Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video I thought I would do a sort of like spring illustration of cherry blossom tree in my sketchbook. And yeah, grab your sketchbook, your markers, and let's get on with today's video. Like this whole page. And yeah. Since it's almost spring, I thought on this channel that I would try something different than my usualness. I don't know. I've never actually used, I have drawn in the sketchbook, but I never used 2 pages because I felt like it gave a better thing that you can see. Here I'm just putting some dots here for the cherry blossom tree using the Sharpie sort of like creative marker that I got a while back. It's basically like a paint marker, but it's just a story. And it doesn't have to be all in one place, it just has to fit with the movement of the tree, and adding it everywhere is probably your best option. And what I made a mistake is I made the dots too small at the beginning because they should be big enough to be a cherry blossom but I do think that this pink color really envisions this cherry blossom tree. It's basically the essence of cherry blossoms. Because of it, you can see a lot of different colors, but I think pink is probably the most. I think it's a lighter pink, but this is the only pink that I actually found. But I just kept on experimenting with this because I've never actually done a proper illustration, just one page, because I just only use one page of it, either the right or the left. But this time I thought I would try something new and try something that is totally out of my comfort zone. But I just love drawing in my little sketchbook. Yes, it's tiny, but you can do a lot with a little less than you actually have. And yeah, next I'm trying to find the next color here. So just gonna put it everywhere using this red color, sort of like a shadow or something. I think it adds some color and a little bit of texture to it. It adds more of the dots are just like everywhere, but it sort of adds another color to add to the list. I think they're both similar colors, but to me, like, adding red is like being really bold with the color and making it seem like it is actually realistic. And yeah, it just makes more sense to add red to me, because I think I thought of putting a purple, light purple, but I don't have any of those colors. But maybe next time I'll decide whether or not to get it. So here I used a brown, no, not a brown color, a green color, because somehow I couldn't find my brown marker. So I just used this green one. I know it's not commonly used for a branch, it's totally unrealistic, but to me this is what I had, so I couldn't really find the brown color. Maybe next time I'll try to get maybe I should get more brown color, but I think it adds a sort of it's not like what actually you see in nature, but you can add all kinds of colors if you wanted to. It doesn't really matter depending on where the position of the... So here I'm just finishing up these branches here. I know green is an unexpected color, but I think green plays a huge role in nature, and specifically the grasses and stuff. I think there are green, like, sort of like trees out there, but it's mostly because of the moss that grows on it, and then it turns green, and that weird color, like, you're like, what's wrong with the tree? And then you're like, it actually has moss or whatever fungi or whatever grows on it. So then down here I just added a dark green grass to it because I use green for the branches, but might as well use it for the grass below. And for this I just used a combination of dark green and light green together. Somehow they sort of work well together in all the colors on the rainbow. I think green is probably my favorite. I use a lot of green, and I think that this really shows how much I love green, and I just love green so much. And I thought using it for this grass would be probably the color that would be the most realistic, because there are two shades of green in the grass, light green and dark green. And I did add a light green to this too later. I think I'll do that. But right now I'm just adding a light green, dark green layer. I think I added 2 shades of green. I don't know, from what I can see, it's basically the same green. And yeah, I like using these King Art markers, which I use for this. They're cheaper than the Tomboy, but I think I like the Tomboy so much better. But that doesn't matter here. Next, I'm just gonna add is what color I'm gonna add. So here I'm just adding some blue of my Tomboy markers that I love so much. But I do think that because of the color, I thought it wouldn't sort of go well with the aesthetic that I was going towards, but I don't know why, but this color didn't really it didn't have much vivid. I don't know how to explain it, but I wish the color was a little more brighter. I think the problem was that it was a little bit dried out, but I don't know if that was the whole problem to solve it. But here I'm just adding my dark blue color here just to add a little bit of color to it. The clouds are very different colors. It just depends on how much color is in the sky exactly. It does change depending on the clouds keep on moving, and everything is just nature keeps on changing and into something that is wonderful and beautiful at the same time. But seeing the beauty of it and being able to create something that can capture the essence of nature makes a huge difference, and the world needs more nature. So I just love drawing stuff that are unexpected and something that most people ignore most of the time when you're going in and out of your life. Basically, it's just common to create such a good scenery for all of us, including me. Yes, I love nature, but sometimes I feel sort of lost in it all, but drawing this just helps it become a reality, that nothing ever stays the same. Beauty and everything just keeps on moving, and we just have to do our best to keep with the times and keep moving on with anything that happens in our life. And yet nature is the one that stays consistent throughout the seasons and stuff. And spring is actually here, and I thought since cherry blossom season is almost here that I thought I would do something that would pay an homage to it. I really love these flowers. They're definitely one of a kind. It's sort of beautiful to see them bloom, and all the colors that they have, they're come in pink and white and maybe even purple. I've never actually seen it with my own eyes, but I hope one day I could be able to see that. So now I'm adding is the lighter green here, adding a little bit of color and shadow, because grass isn't just one color. Depending on the lighting, it sort of changes throughout the day, and it sort of goes with saying that nature is beautiful. Nature can be rewarding, but also can be very calming, and even if your day is stressful, you can still depend on nature to brighten your day. And even if there isn't sun, there's still movement and everything, and the birds, it's like crazy. Like, all the birds are coming back, and I saw a cardinal today. It was magical. I definitely should have drawn a bird. I think that would have like signified spring more, but I think it's more of just like a feeling of a new beginning, and Easter is almost here, and gosh, summer is almost here, and I don't know, I just thought I would do something that I thought that I really love to draw. I think I have done a few drawings of cherry blossoms, but I feel like it's much more better when you physically draw it on a sketchbook. It feels more real to you than me doing it on Procreate and then trying to make it realistic. But I think when you do it on paper, it's like magic. I mean, it's not something that a normal person could describe it. I would say it's more of a feeling of everything. So enough of blabbering, let's just keep on drawing. So here I just decided to add a gray, because I know even if there's a clear sky, there's always going to be some like angry gray clouds coming here and there and everywhere. Adding this gray really adds a touch of brightness, I sort of think. Yes, gray is a color that can scream a little bit of darkness, but I think gray sort of makes, since I do have white, but I thought it wouldn't show up, so I just started to just use gray here. But I do think that gray adds a sort of like a cool element to it. Even though I use cool colors, I think gray more of is a warm color, depending on the light and everything, but it does sort of come all together. I wish I had color pencils. I should have used those, because I think it would show up so much better than markers. The only problem with markers is as you keep on like coloring it on top of it, it just sometimes ruins the whole thing. That's why I try to use like oil pastels. Those are way easier to use, I think. But I tried to use this purple here, but I don't know, I just thought I would add some different colors, some different stuff to make it more abstract and realistic at the same time. I tried to play around purple, but I thought it wasn't really what I was going towards, because in reality, I don't think you'll ever see a cherry blossom tree that is purple. But if it does, if I do happen to see it, I'll let you guys know. So anyways, for this, I just decided to add a orange color, which I thought would complement or contrast with the tree more. I thought it would be more vibrant, and it did go well with all the stuff that I had in the trees and all the purples and pinks. I sort of think like it's more of a abstract piece than a realistic piece, but I try to go for realism, but sometimes that does not end up happening. But I'm fine with the way that this thing turned out. I think it's really beautiful. Even though it's a little different than what I usually do, I feel like it's sort of complements each other, such as that it really represents something that is much powerful, and how the colors just, they all like blend together. Yes, there's still a little bit of white spots on the sketchbook, but I think it adds a little bit of beauty in it, and I think it's amazing about what colors can do, especially on a tree or on a flower pot or whatever. Color is just one of those things that it just adds a little bit of light in your life, even if you don't want it. But here I'm just touching up. I think I'm almost done with this, and I just had so much fun just creating this piece, and
a piece of art
hope you're
today,
enjoying it. And
yep.
What I'm adding is a light green color to sort of complement the other side that I didn't finish, but I don't know, I just love using these paint markers. They're so smooth. They're like, it's like playing with like crayons or something, but except it doesn't get all over your hands. So for this one, I just added a blue to sort of put it all together, because I hate when I see a lot of white all around the thing. I feel like I'm not using the marker enough. So yeah, that is today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I had so much fun creating this amazing masterpiece, and yeah, I think I'm done for this week's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time. And here's an up-close look at the latest piece, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and have a nice spring day, have a nice weekend, and I'll see you guys next week with another video. Anyways,
but
bye.
I felt like this was, since spring was right around the corner, I thought I would create something that can be timeless and effortless, and I hope you guys enjoyed my video. Make sure to subscribe and like this video, and comment down below if you like this, what are your thoughts, and also I'll see you guys later. Have a nice spring day, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.